Hello, so this is the video of me demonstrating the high frequency, high pitched humming noise from the brand new PNY 5080 Slim Dual Edition. That is brand new, fresh off the box. I bought this 2 months ago, but I was slowly buying my components one by one. I bought the case first and then the GPU immediately, but over the past 2 months, I slowly bought all the other components. So that's why I bought it like 2 months ago, but only installed it and put it up for the first time yesterday night, last night. So anyway, I'm going to first demonstrate there's no any contact with the shroud that could explain this sort of resonance, and then I will boot it up and then use fan control to consistently reproduce the high frequency noise. So okay, I have my flashlight with me. So it is connected perfectly clean, like so, and a cable just goes straight to my PSU, and as you can see, there is nothing that is contacting my GPU shroud. There is nothing touching, well, maybe other than those two I/O slot screws, but I did try to loosen those screws and the humming noise is still present, so I don't think those two are making any difference. I am fairly certain it is the internal mechanism of the fans, and I also tested it with the chassis standing up, so the GPU staying in a horizontal position. But for this demonstration, I just thought it would be better for me to use it laying down like this, so that I can record it in a much closer range, so that the phone might be able to pick up the high frequency noise more easily. So I'm going to turn on my PSU and then boot up my computer. I'm using laptop RAM with an adapter. That's why the boot up sequence is a little slow. But as you can already hear, there was a distinctive high-pitched noise that immediately was present when I boot up the computer. Hold on, there is a little bit of fan noise that's from the living room fan behind me. Let me turn it off for a quick second. Okay, I have turned off the living room fan. So I'm going to use this software called Fan Control, which let me control manually the percentage of the fans. And this GPU exposes controller for these two fans separately. So as you can see here, I've identified the rear one, which is this one, and the front one, which is this one. And the front one makes much more the high frequency, high pitched humming noise. But I'm going to demonstrate both the rear fan first and the front fans later, and then ultimately I will demonstrate both fans and show that either one of them can produce the humming noise, and it's especially bad when both fans are spinning. So just to establish a baseline here, I'm going to stop talking for 5 seconds so that people can register that even though with my front and my CPU cooler fans and the exhaust fan spinning, there is no such high-pitched, and also the PSU fan is not spinning because the load is too low. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking for 5 seconds so people can register that when these two fans are not spinning, there's no such noise. Okay, so now that we've established a baseline, I'm going to set the rear fan to 30%. Actually, I'm just going to set it to any number that's under 30, but the firmware will, like that, make it to 30%. I think that's the firmware logic that sets a lower limit to this GPU fan. And at 30%, there is a little but not much high frequency noise. Now I'm going to change it to 40%. So now there's already this high frequency humming noise. It's not particularly loud, but it is very annoying because it is very high frequency and it is distinctively not a fan noise that is acceptable. And now I'm going to change it to 50%. So at this rate, the high frequency noise is a little bit drowned out by the fan noise itself. But the fan itself also sounds a little bit weird because there's almost some tiny little buckling sound. I'm not sure, but anyway. I'm going to turn off the rear fan, and then I'm going to demonstrate the front fan. Let me set both to stop again, and then I'm going to set the front one to the base, the minimum frequency, the minimum RPM, which is 30%. So at this rate, there is a hint of the high frequency noise, but it is not very pronounced just yet. And for this front fan, I'm going to do it by a step of 5%, because this one is the much worse offender. Going to set it to 35. Okay, so now we can hear a persistent, but somewhat on and off, high frequency, high pitched humming noise. Like for example, it is on it's on right now, and it's coupled with a little bit of like da 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 sound. And now I'm going to change it to 40%. Now the high frequency noise, the high pitched humming noise is most prominent at this percentage from my experience. And it almost has a rhythm to it, like it goes up and down, like it's going up right now. And it's going down. Anyway, so I'm now going to change it to 45%. So now the fan noise itself starts to drown out the high pitched noise, but the high pitched noise is still distinctively noticeable. Now I'm going to set it to 50%. Now the fan noise is significantly louder, but the high-pitched noise is still present, but much less noticeable because of the fan noise. And now I'm going to sync up the speed of these two fans, so you can see that it gets much worse when these two fans are working together. So there is a feature from the software that's called sync. So I can set this to sync to the front one, and then I will set the rear one to sync to the front one. And that start by setting both to stop, and then we will ramp up again. Okay, so both are stopped, no high-pitched humming. And now let's go to 30%. So at 30%, when both fans are spinning, the noise is already much more noticeable than when only one fan was spinning. And in stock configuration, like without this fan control application, these two fans always spin or stop together. And now I'm going to set it to 40%. Now you can hear the humming noise is much more consistent. It's persistent now, but it may not be as noticeable because both fans are spinning and these fans are already so noisy, so the humming noise might not be as noticeable. And I'm not even sure if these two fans are supposed to be so noisy if they are in the stock configuration. Here, this is the humming noise. We are at 40%. I've read anyway, let's go to 45%. Hear that? That's the sound that drives me crazy. It makes the GPU unusable, you know. And now let's set it to 50%. So now the humming noise is pretty much almost, but not quite, drowned out by the fan noise itself. But now the fans themselves have this sort of crackling sound. Not sure how to describe it. But if you listen carefully, the humming noise is still present, albeit much less noticeable. Anyway, let's go back to 35 maybe. Notice how it also makes the humming noise very pronounced whenever I change the percentage. Yeah, this humming noise is simply insufferable. Okay, so I guess I'm going to set both to stop so that I can wrap this up. And the purpose of this video is to demonstrate and document the condition of this GPU before I personally deliver it to the PNY official distributor in Taiwan, which is Qingyun Keji. And I don't know what they will do with it, but I'm way past return period from the retailer because how I purchased my components. But anyway, this is just for documentation. And if they do right by me, or if there's small hiccups, if anyone cares, I will upload this video to YouTube, but if anyone cares, I could comment on it to update you guys, but I'm not sure if anyone cares about my personal issue. But this is the PC I'm building, and I was going to make a video dedicated to walking through all the modification and personalization I've done with it, but I need to sort out this GPU issue first. Okay, see ya, bye.